Ciao Juventini of the world. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Hope you are having a good day. I hope you have a good start of the week, because this one can be a decisive one. At the end of this week, 11 p.m. on Sunday, we could possibly qualify already for Champions League. We could possibly. For that, we need to win. There is only one option, winning against Roma. Easier said than done, especially if you are looking at the latest result. Let me say ciao to the people in the chat, because that's the most important thing. People that are already hearing the coffee. Indeed, you guessed it totally right. Sorry guys, don't complain. I didn't change the wall because probably tomorrow I start with football video, so that I don't, I do like one time I start with GJustjuve, then I go with football, so that the day after I start with football and then I change. Otherwise, I'm going crazy with the change of wall. I should have, I don't know, something like a double wall that I can put up. A disaster. But that's not the point. Today we have a lot of things to speak about. We have Calafiori, we have Cuadrado, we have De Winter, we have Modric, we have Greenwood. We have a lot of things to speak about. Thiago Motta, if you want to, of course. Max Allegri. We have the games to prepare. How many points do we miss or not? What do we need to do? If you want to, we can give again another look at the shirt. The shirt of the first home kit that has been spoiled. So we go towards the certainty of what it is, just the unknown what sponsor it will be. So we have a lot of things to speak about in today's video. Let's try not to make it too long, but let's interact. We have Ben the Goose, ciao Beppe, let's beat Roma. Juve talk, ciao Soraz, ciao Tyler Z, ciao Bogdan, ciao Thomas. We need to celebrate the memory of the May 5th, 22, starting from today's training towards the actual game against Roma. If they do that correctly, the season is wrapped up. We need to celebrate the memory of May the 5th, because we are playing indeed the May the 5th. Wait, let me check. Oh, that's something that I didn't even pay attention to. Let me check if it's... Yeah, it's true. On Sunday, it's May the 5th, so it will be 22 years from that fantastic, great game. Difficult to link both May the 5th, 2002, or 2002 if you want to, with that crazy epic game that gave us the Scudetto over Inter, over Roma, and now that we play just to qualify to Champions League 22 years later, with a lot that happened in the meanwhile. We were obliged to go in second division, we went up, we had that dynasty of Juve for a cycle of 9 years, we made mistakes, they punished us incorrectly. We saw other teams winning. They wanted to create playoffs when we were winning because we were winning too much. Now that we don't win anymore, they don't speak about playoffs anymore. So a lot of things happened. A lot of the minus 15, minus 10 give you the points back. Agnelli that is here, Agnelli that is leaving. Mamma mia. 22 years. What happened in 22 years? Ciao Italian Grande. Hi guys. Apparently Jorginho. Oh, we can speak about Jorginho as well. Oh, Grande. I added it to the list of players. Don Simon, calm my nerves. Hope Leverkusen exhaust Roma this week so that we can get the 3 points. Yes, because they are playing a midweek game. Ciao Junior Mas, ciao Shatterstar. I just want the best Roma so I can lower the stress of my life. What do you want? No, you don't want the best Roma. You want to beat Roma. Pay attention when you're writing, Shatterstar. Anelka, ciao Anelka. Ciao Grande, ciao Matthew, ciao Sir Raz again, this speaking with Thomas, ciao Ali Rezza, ciao Beppe, very happy for this live. I am on a London bus trip, and your live will make the trip 10 times better. You see, Ali Rezza, I'm happy for you. Look, guys, seriously, today someone said to me, Beppe, I feel a bit less, how can I say, involved, or what was the right word? Let me check, because it was a good comment. Huh? It was an incredible good comment. That's what I want to start with. The comment of someone said, Beppe, I must say, and I really appreciate the honesty, Beppe, I must say that I was more engaged before you became a full-time content creator. Something has changed. And I don't know what has changed. Probably new channel needs more attention, more research, etc. Then there was so much more unexpected lives in the evening or in the night. So much fun, singing, songs, etc., etc. Don't get me wrong, I love this channel and your passion, but something has changed. I really appreciated that comment from Pekka Rollins. Well, look, what has changed? I consciously, and really seriously, consciously decided to do less lives that are not the post-game live, because I'm always doing the post-game lives, but less lives during the week. For what reason? Because I knew, I already predicted that this season, with one game only to play, it would have been a long season, longer than usual. And normally, when you are playing twice a week, things goes faster. You have a kind of pattern, a kind of routine. You start with the pre-game videos. You can even do a live because you start preparing the game. Then you have the game where you speak about the game, you do the game, the watch along. After the watch along, you do the post game. And then the day after, you have the day after video, you have a live where you can speak about it. And then 2 days later, you have immediately the same routine for the European games. Knowing that you have 1 week only, I decided consciously, because you have 7 days between one game and the other, from the moment that you did that routine that is linked to the game. Knowing that you are in the month, I don't know, in October, in November, where there is nothing about Mercato. There is nothing. Because it's fun, of course, to speak about, to make some songs, to sign, to sing, to go with a lot of fun. It's easy when you have a lot of arguments. When there is nothing, guys, it's really, really hard. And not that there is always something to say about you every day, but instead of just putting my face here on the live and speaking with you, repeating what we said yesterday, what we said 2 days ago, without really changes, I believe that we can condense that to a video once a day. That's also probably why the videos are a bit longer this year, because we have so much thing to say, because we do a bit less lives. But I said, instead of just repeating and doing and overdoing, and you will get bored because there is nothing that is happening, it's better to wait a bit. Now, the new season looks like a lot of interesting things can happen, because Mercato, I told you, will be totally crazy. Maybe a change of technical staff, could be. High possibilities of that one. So I expect more quantity, especially during the lives. And then also because, unfortunately, with the season going bad, it makes no sense. There is no room for every night having fun together. At least that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Let me know in the comment. I'm really curious to see your reaction about my conscious decision to decrease the lives in a season that I anticipated could have been extremely difficult. Why I was a bit late today, because I was watching Barcelona against Valencia. Disaster, Ter Stegen, disaster. They won 4-2 with a tripletta, hat-trick of Lewandowski. Disaster of the goalkeeper from Barcelona. The one from Valencia, not better. A red card for him at the end. They played an entire half with 10, but that's why I was a bit late, because the games in Spain, they are always scheduled a little bit later, and then with that extra minutes, etc., it went a bit too long. Anyway, ciao Gaidon, ciao my buddy. Finally, you can catch a live, so I'm happy that you are here. Alessandro is there. Dominic De Coco is asking, can you please explain Cinque Maggio in few words? But that's one. If you're Juventino, Dominic, that's a day that you need to tattoo somewhere. If not on your skin because you don't want to, at least in your heart, at least in your memory. Cinque Maggio is in 2000. Don't forget 2002. It's the 5th of May 2002, where Juventus was third for a long part of the season, still sticking to the two first ones that were Inter and Roma. The three teams that arrive at the end of the season, the last match day, with an advantage of Inter. Juventus had just surpassed Roma before the last game, and Roma was third. So everything was possible in that day because they were really with a few points of difference. Inter could win and should have won because they were first, and they were playing against Lazio. Lazio that is historically known as having a bond, a partnership with Inter, a non-said partnership with the tifosi from Lazio and Inter, that they have a beautiful relation. Lazio had nothing to play for, so we all went for a game where Lazio would just tranquillo, relax. Inter will win their Scudetto. Team of big players like Ronaldo, for example, at Inter. And then the miracle happens. Juventus quite easily. They were in away. They were playing against Udinese with Del Piero, Trezeguet 2-0. The game was already done, of course, but we were not expecting a lot. And then what's happening is at the time you had no internet on your smartphone and so on, so they were listening to the radio, and then you see that Inter was winning, so it's over. And then at a certain moment you have a kind of a remontada of Lazio, boom, 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 goal, Lazio score, Poborski out of nowhere scored a goal, where it started to be really agitated with the fans of Juve in Udinese that were screaming, yelling, saying it's happening on the bench. They didn't really understand. Then they were showing like a 4-2 to Pavel Nedved. Pavel Nedved said, what? But for Inter 4-2, or for you, what is happening? For Inter, Poborski. Pavel Nedved was saying to himself, no, Poborski never scores. It's impossible. Hey, yeah. They won 4-2. 4-2, Lazio beating Inter. Juventus first in the last match day. It was something totally crazy, guys. Totally crazy. Madness. 5 maggio. Stefani Marie, ciao Beppe and Juventino. And Juventini, ciao Joseph, what a beautiful name. Don Simon, Emiliano, Berardi, Pavel, ciao Liam, G just late. I was watching Barca, indeed. Ciao Juve Pulse, Henrik. Ciao Don Simon again, at 64, Helicopter. Today we go. Ciao, tranquilli. Ciao Capo, ciao DK. Beautiful DK. I hear the coffee. Here is the coffee. So let me read a bit before starting in all the different topics that we have. Elod was there for Juve Milan, by the way. Pepe we just landed back from Bergamo to Cluj in Romania, driving home and listening to the live. Pay attention that you don't watch. Elod, I don't know if you are with your beautiful wife or girlfriend, but pay attention on the road. Don't watch, just listen. You can say best Roma is, it's like saying getting the better of them. Yeah. Let's beat them. Chef, I will take Jorginho as a regista. Ciao Rocco Ti Glory. Lot of comments already. Beppe, signing Greenwood for cheap will be a steal. Everybody deserves a second chance in life. I'm sure he wants to prove himself and everybody. Let me start that message because I want to come back. We will start with Greenwood if you want to. Outellectual, 17 months with us. Ciao, is there a sixth UCL spot if Roma or Atalanta win European League? Okay. Yes, there will be. Wait, let me think that so that I'm not saying stupid things. There will be a sixth spot if Atalanta wins Europa League and they finish fifth, or if Roma wins the Europa League and they finish fifth. Then it unlocks a sixth spot. But it's impossible that it's for Juve. It's impossible that it's for Juve because if Juve finish sixth, means that it's complicated. It could be. Theoretically, it could be, but it depends where they finish in the ranking. So better to forget about it at the moment. But it could be. That's the reality. Samarsic is another name that we can put here. Samarsic is another name that I put on the list. I told you we have a lot of things to speak about. Cooking spaghetti bolognese to bring Motta to Juve. Ciao Amir, thank you for your 14 months. Elod is co-pilot, so that's okay. That's okay. You can do it. So nobody asked anything about the fact that I lowered the life if it was a right decision this season or not. No. It was a topic that nobody was interested in. It's okay, guys. It's okay. So okay. Can we start with Cuadrado? Just a second for Cuadrado. Cuadrado. Look, I was prepared for that. I was prepared for or for the people that do not know. We saw Juan Cuadrado jumping on the song "Who is not a Juventino" jumps. Or jumps who is not a chi non salta Juventino okay? And we saw him jumping at the parade where a lot of people, they started totally to go crazy, it's not a legend, etc. Guys, I was prepared for that one. From the moment that you choose consciously as a free player where you have a lot of opportunities to go to Inter, that was in the final of Champions League last season, you know that there are a lot of possibilities that you can win the Scudetto. There are a lot of possibilities that that song will come at a certain moment of the season and that you will be involved in it. Then you can say no, then you can say yes. Didn't finish really well with Juventus, between Cuadrado and Juventus, with Cuadrado that wanted to stay. We explained you step by step. Last season, I spoke also with him privately. I know, I can guarantee you that he did everything to stay at Juve. At the end, Juventus decided not to extend after actually being nearly obliged to do one the year before because he achieved a certain amount of appearance, so he stayed one more year. A year that should have been of transition. Unfortunately, with all the injuries, with the really disaster season, etc., Cuadrado played much more than we expected, finishing to deliver a really poor season. Player that sacrificed himself also a lot. And this morning I was explaining a bit about Cuadrado and about that legendary status that we are sharing too easily or that we are questioning too easily. I think we need a bit of time. We need a bit of time before speaking about what is a legend, who is a legend. Wait until they retire and then you can take all of it into consideration before sharing. I was taking it into consideration that he will jump on it because it's also who Cuadrado is. I'm just saying, look, good for him. It's a pity. You know what is a pity? That you throw away a legacy that you have built. For how long did he stay at Juve? 7 or 8 seasons. Let me check just a second. It could even be 8 seasons, guys. Let me check. 314 games with Juve, 8 seasons. He played 8 seasons with Juventus. In 8 seasons, where he played 314 games, 26 goals scored, won 10 titles, 5 Scudetti, 4 times the Coppa Italia, 1 time the Supercoppa, arrived in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. It's a pity that you are actually throwing away everything that you build for a Scudetto with Inter, where you are absolutely not protagonist, nearly never played, and on top of that, the behavior of enjoying it to the max in going with the Interisti, because it will never be appreciated to the max by Inter fans. He will never be remembered by Inter fans, and the legacy that he has built, he just threw it away. It's totally gone. So him going back one day to the Allianz, he will need time before going back, and I'm sure that Tifosi, they have a long memories on these kind of things. That he would have gone to Inter. you don't appreciate, but you can forget if they are that song, if you don't jump, etc. But like that, no. Kaloyan is saying not like that, indeed. It's really the way. And it's really a pity. He will probably regret it one day because it's the club where he stayed the longest. Played, yes, at Lecce, at Udinese, Chelsea, where he cried to come to Juve. It's really a pity. But it's not to speak about, because I see people saying let's move on, let's not speak too much about Cuadrado. I think it's important to speak about it, to share my opinion about this, because it's a topic about a guy that played 314 games, that has his shirt in the museum of Juventus. No, I think it's important to at least go over it together with Juventini to hear your thoughts. Ciao Eddie Canales, ciao grande. No, pity, because he will never be welcome anymore, and it's totally correct. So it's a pity, but it's a conscious choice that he took. Maybe the revenge sense. It's a pity, especially because he's really practicant of believing in God and so on. It's a pity that you feel that bitter to actually act like that, because especially if you're a religious man, you need to pay attention to this kind of thing. But anyway, it is his choice. Okay, can we speak about something else? Let me read your thoughts about it. Cuadrado and Bonucci, but same for Bonucci, Peter, are players that won't be seen at Allianz Stadium. I think that Bonucci, he will be so stupid that when he will retire, he will come back to the Allianz Stadium and probably even be surprised that he will be whistled. Crazy. When he chooses to go Beppe, he's obliged to do things. Yeah, but that from the moment that you put the signature, from the moment that you think about it, you already made a mistake. You already accept the terms in a way. On the other side, there are some players that went to Lazio in the past, won the Scudetto with Lazio. And when there were these kinds of against Juve, well, these players, out of respect for Juve, they didn't celebrate. They said, of course, they celebrated the Scudetto, but they didn't celebrate jumping. So he said, out of respect for Juve, I don't do it. So it's still a conscious choice that you can make. Indeed, he was a diver. It's correct. If he did not jump, we would have forgotten that he went to Inter. Probably, yes. Yeah. Cuadrado is a good example of the state of football. I don't know. I don't know about that. Kaloyan, it's true, you have less and less attachment, loyalty. Yeah, I think it's really a personal revenge, because with Juve he didn't receive his contract. Well, it is what it is. But Cannavaro, I never liked Cannavaro, guys. Good player, attention, good player. I think that Buffon deserved the Ballon d'Or more than him, but he deserved it as well if we want to. Fantastic World Cup. For a lot of USA persons that were not following that much calcio back then, because it was not accessible to everyone, they all remember that World Cup of 2006, and they see him as an icon of, he is, he was great at Parma, he was great in the first spell at Juve, then he went to Real Madrid, he didn't do well when he came back. It's a player I don't like. But Davids went to Inter as well, Indeed, Antonio Veljanovsky, he went to Inter as well, but I don't care about that, it's okay. Indeed. Look, so, ciao Beppe, sorry for being late. No, you don't have to be sorry. We just started. I respected Cuadrado a lot, but never really liked him. I wanted Cuadrado out for the entire season. I first liked him in the Sarri preseason. In the Sarri season, it's true. I had exactly the same. Sometimes I think that Thomas is actually a Beppe that is writing from home. It's my clone a bit, because a lot of times I find aligned with Thomas. I believe I said it as well a lot of times. No, because I didn't have the channel, but probably I already said it on the channel. But I had the same. Cuadrado was absolutely not the player that I liked before the Sarri season. Then he came to with Sarri did a fantastic one, and then did play well. Paolo Mantero said: in questa squadra qua mi hanno insegnato che se arrivi secondo è un fracasso. Why? Yeah, he's reporting actually because the under 19 didn't do a really beautiful season. Pay attention, because the importance of under 19 is not to win the title, if you can, of course, but it's developing players to let them mature, to become faster professionals, to really let develop young players and talent, and give them already the DNA, Juve, the understanding of what is a great player, making them men, ready to be men and represent Juventus. But he said today, in this team, they taught me that if when you arrive second, it is a total disaster, a failure, and it's correct. What can I say about that? It's correct. It's totally correct. Okay. Marco Genovese, ciao grande. Who is your favorite Juve player of all time? Marco, thank you for 21 months. But you are here since 21 months, Marco. You should know, Marco. It is Alex Del Piero, without any doubt. My generation, I believe that 90% of the people, they will answer you Del Piero. Then the one that are a bit younger than me, but still probably mid-30, they will go towards Buffon. Of course, Del Piero as well, but Buffon. But my generation will tell you Del Piero. I grew up with Del Piero. I really grew up with him. I saw his debut at Juventus, and I saw the end without missing games. I followed him in Europe, in Serie A, in success, in pain when he had that injury, in waiting for him to come back, to hope. I followed him in the difficult moment of 2005, 2006 when he was on the bench. Choice made by Capello. I followed him when he stayed at Juve in second division. I saw the grinta that he came up when he came back in first division. The born of the linguaccia, the tongue. So according to me, for me, it was like, I started to become a real supporter. I was already a Juventino, but really understanding a bit more, being more into it. When Del Piero started in '93, I was already a Juve fan since years. But we are too. I consider when you are 8, when you are 9. Especially back then with the limited coverage, it's not like today where you have that much accessibility, that it's difficult to really be a supporter and a supporter that knows and so on. You can, there are some exceptions, but I think it's difficult also to understand what is happening really. So I said, I started my professional supporter career when I was 12, something like that. When Del Piero made his debut, well, it was like I was next to him with my hand in hand with Del Piero. He started as a Juventus player, and I started as a professional fan. Yeah, so Del Piero. Thank you, Marco. Born in 1990, and I am Adam of Juve from 97. I am a fan of Juve from 97. Del Piero is my idol, hero, and one eternal capitano. But that's also why I'm always saying I would not love Del Piero to become a coach. I know that he has the studies. I like him there. On television, he goes to Italian television, Sky, then he speaks to DAZN, then he speaks a bit on CBS, then sometimes you see him on other channels, then you see him here on YouTube, he's doing things, then you see him at the Allianz Stadium, and I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. So now, having him as a coach, that the ambition will be to go to Juve, or he starts immediately, and then if it fails, the dream is over as soon as it started. But then he will continue his career in other teams, and that he will probably never come back. or he will start with other teams and doing his journey until he comes to Juve. But even when he comes to Juve, if he's not doing great, it's over. So no, let him stay far away. Then in the club, as one of the managers, depending on the role, it's nice to have Del Piero there around. I would be happy, but I will always have the fear of love and eternal love, like Ali Reza is saying, from supporter that could possibly transform at a certain moment into hate. You see, he spoke and met Del Piero. Saverio. Greenwood and Zirkzee would give our attack a big push in terms of creativity. Hope they will arrive. Okay, can we open the Greenwood situation? Thank you first to Pino. Ciao Pinuzzo, Bianconero 80. Pino Bianconero, I'm sure that he's also a big Del Piero fan. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel, my friend. Thank you for becoming a supporter. Cecilia, I'm really sad. How can we be possibly in that situation? Oh my God, we are the first team in Italy. But I understand your frustration, Cecilia. But these are moments that unfortunately happens to all the teams, and sometimes these cycles are going extremely fast. In our case, sometimes it takes a bit more time, and now we are in a situation where it takes time, unfortunately. That doesn't change that we are the biggest club in Italy, and that will be like that until another team is able to open a really huge cycle of victory, but that can't happen from now on until the next 20 years, I believe. If one team is winning for 20 years, I don't believe that can happen. Okay. Greenwood. The comment first of Peter. I said I would come back on that. Beppe signing Greenwood for cheap will be a steal. Everybody deserves a second chance in life. I'm sure he wants to prove himself, and everybody. Okay. It's a really sensitive topic where, English is not my first language, and I'm always scared to say something that doesn't have a good interpretation, and that's why I always try to remind before starting to speak about these arguments that when I'm here on the channel as GJustjuve or on Twitter, I represent nobody else than Giuseppe Bognanni, who is GJustjuve, and not Juventus or whatever. I know how it goes with people that are intentionally looking for bad things. So that being said, you have two sides of the story. Can we speak about Greenwood as a football player? I tell you immediately. Greenwood as a football player, pure on the field, is a guy that I am following already since the youth academy of Manchester United. For what reason? Because I have a lot of friends that are supporting United, and that were already telling me about that kid. And I was already interested in watching, and I was there also to watch, not there physically, but I heard also about him, and I watched him on television in his first game with Manchester United, and I was really impressed, and I was already sending messages to my friends saying, this guy has talent, and they were already telling me, so I confirmed really what I saw. You see that he's a talent. He's a really big player. He's a player that Juventus could absolutely need. He's a player that can play forward as a second striker, that can play on the right side. He has technique. He has power in his shot. He has the dribble. He has the vision. He's young. He has pace. He's fast. He's not that much injured. He's a player. What can you even add more about the player qualities, potential? Since he's young, he was considered one of the top talents, top potential. He was considered a bit the Kenan Yildiz, different player. It's not the same player, but the Kenan Yildiz in terms of from the youth academy, the star that Manchester United would have. Break on loan then to Getafe, where he scores 10 goals. At the moment, the season is not over. I don't know how much assist he had. I was speaking about it this morning. I think 6, but I'm not sure. He's doing really well. He's doing really well. On the field, there is not even any single doubt. What is the situation? Before coming on the second part, that is the off-the-field topic. The second part is Manchester United. And him, they have 1 more year of contract. He will come back from Getafe, going back to United. They don't want him there. He will not stay there. 1 more year of contract after relaunching him as a player, after the continuity that he won, after feeling a bit of, again, a sportsman. They can sell him, of course. Everyone knows 1 more year of contract, they don't want him, so they can't ask too much. I believe that the price can vary between 15, 25 million euro, even if 25 is already a lot, I think, but between the 15 and 25 million euro, what I think. Why do I believe that that news is possible? Because if you listen and you watch the videos in the morning, you know that I'm always repeating you, there is that name of Greenwood on Gazzetta dello Sport. And then in the beginning, I was a bit annoyed because I'm saying it's again Gazzetta dello Sport. What are they speaking about? Why are they putting that name? They are the only ones that are putting it. But it's months now. It's not just weeks. It's months that Gazzetta dello Sport is with Greenwood in every single. First, it was somewhere in the text, because you know that if there is one thing that you can be proud about if you are watching the channel, is that I'm reading the articles, the entirety of the article, and sometimes even twice. And further, there was a name in the middle of a text. Then it was on the sideline, a bit more in bold. Then you had a small picture in a corner, Greenwood, 22 years old. Then it started to be, like a bit more bigger, the name. Then it was an interview. What do you think about Greenwood? And so on and so on. And today there was a huge big page. Today there was a huge big page on Gazzetta dello Sport. I will try to... No, I can't show you here. Can I show you here with this one? I'm trying to... show you. Wait, And I will read, of course, the comments of Alessio in a second. Here. Yeah, I have it. So, let me go here. Okay. Yeah, you should see it, right? So today you have bigger. He's shining at Getafe. Juventus is insisting a lot of quality and a good price. And you have, this is an entire page on Gazzetta dello Sport. An entire page. Giuntoli is convinced, green light, that's what they're saying, for the offensive English player from United that is at the moment on loan in Spain, is the mini title here that you can read. 181 in terms of length, 70 kilogram, is 22, Mason Greenwood. Look, this is all about the on the field. He has everything. Then some people are asking, where will he play, Beppe? Where will he play? Well, if you play a 4-2-3-1, he plays on the right side, where you have possibly a Chiesa on the left, where you have a Yildiz that will play behind the striker, and we have a Vlahovic on top. Ideal situation. If you play a 4-3-3, it means that you have a Yildiz on the left or a Chiesa on the left, you have a Greenwood on the right, you have a Vlahovic on top, you have a Chiesa that can also play on the right side. Don't forget, as I saw already in the comment section, a lot of people said we will play a lot. We will need quantity in the team, not only quality but also quantity, because we could potentially go to 69 games, which will not happen, of course, but count on 50%, at least 50% more games than this season already. So you need a lot of rotational players, especially because we know Federico Chiesa, if he stays, and I believe he will stay at the end, if Federico stays, he needs to be 100% in form, and this season he was not able to show us that. I'm not speaking about what he's performing or how he's performing, I'm just speaking about continuity. How many times did we see him like starting to to make the engine working, and from the moment that he's ready to accelerate, he needs to be off like 2-3 games. Now, I need to speak about the second side of the medal, or the second part of the medal, the off the field topic. But first, Alessio, thank you for 28 months, my friend. How do we want to be better future by always looking for B or C options? Let's settle for the best and only the best. Always trying to find back doors. Then Alessio is also putting a beautiful donation. Thank you, my friend. Doesn't have to be expensive, just legit. I'm not sure who you are referring to, Alessio, when you're saying why are we always looking to B or C options. I consider, honestly, but tell me if I'm right or wrong, guys. If we are speaking about the field from the sporting side, I consider Greenwood an A option, and an A option that probably Juventus in this moment, if it was not because of the off-the-field reputation, you could not even have imagined to get close to, because it was unachievable in terms of, it probably would have been a 60-70 million euro. It was probably a player that would not even take Juventus at the moment into consideration. So that's what I think personally, that he's really an A option. So having a deal like Greenwood from the sporting side at Juve, it's a kind of miracle that doesn't happen every single day, according to me. Then, why should we go for B or C options? It's because we are in a situation where we are obliged to, Alessio, because of ourselves, because of what happened also last year. That was not because of us, but because of what they did to us. And we need to rebuild. That's what has been said by the president, by the CEO, by the sporting director, by everyone that is at Juventus, is taking the microphone. They are telling you, they are repeating you. Guys, this is the reality. That you like it or that you don't like it, this is the pure reality. Financially, we are not recovered yet, and we target to be recovered into the season, into the books, the financial books, 26-27. So we are still there for 2-3 seasons if we are able to qualify at least to Champions League every single season and participate to Champions League every single season. From the moment that you don't qualify to Champions League this season or next season or the season after, you go back to square one in a total disaster situation. So we need to give continuity for that. The reality, you risked, you did some things that probably you should not have done, etc., and you are in that situation. So it's not that you don't want to go for A options. Then if you're telling me it doesn't have to be expensive but legit, I said it, I believe, after the game. I said my big dream for this calciomercato is not really looking at the names that we will sign, and probably I join you in your donation. It's not really the names that I will try to look in the Mercato session, but it's more try to find the players that can fill in the roles of the Juventus that you need. That you have a team that you can say, okay, we have, I don't know how much we need. Do we need 26 players? Okay, 26 players that you can switch and do, but all of them, they can fit in a pattern of 4-3-3. But the same players, all of them, that you can take, that you can swap, they can also adapt to a 4-2-3-1, for example. That's what I would insist for. It makes no sense in looking for, I don't know, at the moment, a player that is able to play in a 3-man defense, for example, if your idea is to play with 4-man defense. Just like this, okay? Or it makes no sense to go and look for some players that are, for example, like a Greenwood, when your idea would be to play a 4-4-2, for example. Then pay attention. I'm not saying that you need to stick to only one formation, but players that can do the job in 2 formations. That would be my dream. If you are able to do that, then it's fantastic. Look, do we need a left back? Yes, we need a left back. Yes, we need a left back. Do we need some midfielders? Yes, but what kind of midfielders? Look, today we hear about Modric. Today we hear about Jorginho, that we will come back. Do we need them? Yes or no? I have information about Jorginho, by the way. I have information a bit more from what I heard a bit today, so I can give you information about Jorginho in a second. Finishing on Greenwood before going through. So I told you about the sporting side, I told you about the financial situation that is, we can call it a miracle that comes out of nowhere. But then you have the reputation of the player, you have what he did. And what he did is something that unfortunately we all saw. Now, I am not a Manchester United fan. I am not someone that will try to follow everything into detail about what happened because it was not the player from my team. If you ask me what did Pogba do, what did Fagioli do, I can answer you because I know perfectly there are Juve players from Manchester United. I don't know the details, but we saw apparently there were leaked videos and audios of him with his girlfriend at the time that became wife. Should have gone to court. At the end, it's not that he was found not guilty, and that's a big difference because I have always stated you go to the court and until you're found guilty, you always have that kind of innocence. But here the difference is he was not found guilty or judged guilty or not guilty. Here the problem is that found an agreement with his now wife. They have a kid together where she forgave him and they go through. Now, what he did in the past, I believe that I'm a person with a lot of values. Today, by the way, 17 years that I am with my girlfriend, wife. I say my wife because we are not yet married, but I love her so much. I'm super proud, super honored. I'm really, really happy with my wife. It's something that would not even ever come into my mind to do something like what he did. So it's condemnable. It's not something that you can forgive. It's something that you can't forgive, at least me. Then, if they found a way to forgive, to love each other, good for them. Who am I? Who am I to say she's right, she's wrong? It's private situation. They solved it, hopefully, for both of them. It was something that unfortunately should happen. They should never have happened, but that they found peace and that they can rebuild on solid basis, on something healthy. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know the person. I never talked to him. I never saw an interview about the player. So I don't know who he is, what he did. I don't know about her, why, who. I don't know nothing. What I saw before, and that's the comment of Peter, and that's an important one. He says everyone deserves a second chance in life. This is something that I strongly believe in. He received that second chance of his now wife. I believe that sometimes you do horrible things that you should pay for the consequence, and I believe he's still paying. It's not because he didn't go to jail or whatever that he's not paying the consequences. The consequences are probably that he will never play for the childhood club that he was. He will always have that label. Look at the game that he played against Real Madrid with Greenwood that was there. Look, imagine if he goes to Juve. Imagine if he goes to Juve or whatever. Let's say to Bologna, to Milan, to Sampdoria, whatever. And there is the day of that Serie A is pushing, the day against the violence against women. You know, where all the players are putting that red lipstick on. What do you do? What do you do? Because, of course, it's your player. It's a big asset. He needs to play. It's not that you make him disappear for one day because you don't want to have him photographed with that. But you know that he will be mocked. Even if he regret deeply what he did. Even if, I don't know about... You know, it will stick there for the entirety of his life. Forever. And it will never be forgotten what he did. And he will always pay for it. Now, look, what can I say about that situation? I spoke about it today to you. I give you the details. Am I pro or against Greenwood? Look, if I would, I'm a content creator. I know that everything that I'm saying can be taken against me to, you know, whatever. So I would say stay away. So at least I don't risk to say something wrong. If he joins Juve, and I celebrate, I know how it is. Look at this clown, he's celebrating someone that has beaten his wife. I know how it is. I know how it is. So, as a content creator, we say, you know what, stay away, because if you stay away, we have absolutely no problem. Stay away. But then I'm a sport fan, and I'm trying to also to understand the on the field. And then I'm also someone like our friend Peter that is saying people sometimes deserve a second chance in life. If the wife forgive him, if he's paying the consequences already for his entire life, who am I to say no? Who am I? I never met the guy. I don't know what he's really thinking or not. So the only thing is, of course, it will not change anything if he becomes a Juve player or not, but he will not change that. What he did is horrendous, absurd. And if he will do it again, or whatever, whoever will do something like that, that is Juve or not Juve, that these kind of things, we can't accept them and we can't defend them. Like we never defended Pogba, like we never defended Fagioli, that are what Fagioli did and what Pogba did are miles away. You can't even compare. It's just like a drop from the ocean. You can't even compare the things. But as we didn't defend Fagioli, as we didn't defend Pogba, for these kind of cases, it will be 1,000 times more that we can't defend it. We have to fight against these kind of things. Otherwise, it would be, I believe, hypocrite. Because you are wearing black and white, then you are better. No, it's not true. So that being said, second chance in life, and so on and so on. I'm not the one that is signing a contract or not, that is offering a contract or not. If he becomes a Juve player, I can focus only about the field. And the field, I tell you that it's an exceptional player. Exceptional player. Okay. Then, Marco Genovese, how do you see Juve next year? New manager. Marco, thank you for a donation. Meanwhile, but if you tell me this, we can do an entire live about it. This is not a question that I can answer you like this. The only thing that I can tell you, feeling, is that it will be a real year one at Juve, meaning that in all the senses, a year one, not but Beppe, how many times we start a new No, it's not about starting a new project. It's a year one in terms of fresh air. We have cut with the past and all what represented the past, okay? The Agnelli era is closed with all the men, even a Cherubini probably, Giovanni Manna, Max Allegri. It's over. They are there in the museum with a lot of fantastic moments, glory, ended badly. Turn the page, and then we go towards a new fresh air with a Cristiano Giuntoli that will be now active and also head of Juventus. I mean, head of Juventus will not be the president. Wait a second. Sorry guys, sometimes it's a family moment. There was something that we forgot and we need to fix. Okay, so I was telling you about what Juventus can it be? A fresh air of Juventus, a real Juventus with a new page, but totally new page. I will insist and I will continue. And today I saw on Tuttosport also something that I'm trying to repeat so many times. I will always be grateful for Max Allegri for what he did in his first spell, Allegri 1.0. But I will also be grateful for him being, and I saw a beautiful word today, and I couldn't explain it better, umbrella man, because we can complain, we can criticize the way of playing, whatever we want to, but he has always been that transitional man that put himself in danger. He put the face on it. He accepted to be the one to blame, and taking the blame more than he probably should deserve in a lot of moments, being the front man, the one that says, you know what, shit, throw the shit at me, I will take it. At least you focus, and you put your focus on me and only me, and you don't watch the rest, what is happening, and the state is what we are. And on that one, I will always be grateful. And you will see if it really happens, and if I have to do 2 videos, probably the official goodbye to Max Allegri, that's one thing that I will really hammer on and sing, and I will probably receive a lot of insults. A lot of people will expect that I will celebrate Allegri out, finally, we are free, and probably it is, because I have always said, and you know that, I didn't want him to come back, like I wanted him to be gone in 2019, but there's so much that I respect of the man, Max Allegri, that I will try to put everything together in one video, which will be difficult. So a new page, and I think it's needed now. And that's what I believe. Then the players, it all depends, first of all, of the qualification in Champions League that is still not reached on the field. So I need to come back on that, Marco, in the future. Chef, 11 months, my thoughts on this summer mercato is that to sell Bremer and to sign a defender that can play in a back four, Jorginho, and a fullback. I think it's not enough, Chef. I believe sincerely it's not enough. It will be a year where Mlaggio, I forgot the 27 months of Mlaggio. Mamma mia. Actually, I never liked Cuadrado. Alessandro Del Piero. Mlaggio. But here, first of all, thank you for 27 months. But here, you can't even. This is something you can't even put in the same sentence. Cuadrado and Del Piero, who, even if Cuadrado never went to Inter, you can't even put them in the same sense. It is impossible. But yeah, I agree. Thank you. Matt, everyone hates us anyway. I would sign Greenwood. That clear. You know what I said in, I believe, 30 minutes about Greenwood? Thank you for the donation, Matt from Canada. He said in one sign, I don't care. They already hate us. So, you know what? Sign Greenwood and we don't care. We take the blame. We already hated and let them hate even more. Yeah. In a simplistic way, we could even go towards that. It's much more complex, but I understand the reasoning, Matt. Now, I think, to answer also Chef, for the 11 months, I think Juventus will need much more. Why? Because it will be a year where I believe, you know what will be the most difficult job of Giuntoli? And I believe that will be a tough job. There are a lot of players, especially now, if you're looking at the last 15, 20 games, that are absolutely not performing at Juventus. You know that I have a special feeling for Locatelli, for example. But then if we are objective, totally true, and which I try to be in my videos, he's not performing as I want to. A lot of time he's doing things that people they don't notice. But a lot of things he's not doing things that we want him to see doing, and he's not doing them. Why is it? Is it because the way of playing? Is it because he's asked to neglect that part? Or is it because he's not able to do them? And that's I believe, a big job of Giuntoli, to go and understand who is not performing because they are not Juve level, or who is not performing because of the way of playing. And that will be a huge one where you can't do mistakes. You can't do mistakes. And that will be the most difficult job of Giuntoli. But I believe you need more than just a fullback, a defender, and a midfielder. I really believe that. Then let's go towards Greenwood because we already spoke about him. Let's speak about Jorginho. And I have info about Jorginho. Jorginho, and you know it here on the channel, has never been my favorite player. From Spain, todo fichaje, you hear that there is nearly an agreement with Jorginho that would come even for free. I have never been my favorite player. Would I welcome him? Absolutely yes. On the other side, I think in Spain they exaggerated a bit. Jorginho is already a Juve player, virtually. You know who will decide Jorginho? I believe it will be the coach. More than Giuntoli. That Giuntoli could have contact with his entourage, probably yes. That they even spoke about some kinds of agreements, probably yes. But a done deal, I don't believe so. I really believe that will be a coach decision, the next coach decision. Why? Because Jorginho is a key player in a team. If you're like me, that you don't like him a lot, or that you are like a lot of other people in the chat that really likes him, he's a key player. That's something that is undeniable. He comes to become a starter, not a rotational player. He's a starter that would play 80% of the games, 85% of the games, where your game is managed by him. If you sign a left back, you can sign a left back. Some left back, they have inverted foot. Some left back, they are a bit more faster. Some have more space. Some have more that tendency to defend. Some to attack. Look at Cancelo. He's a total different left back, right back than another player on that side. So, but a left back is a left back. When you sign a player like that, it means that you go, whatever you do, you go with a 3-man midfield. You go with a 3-man midfield, then you can play a 3-5-2, you can play a 4-3-1-2, you can play a 4-3-3, you can play a lot of roles, but you play with 3 midfielders. And he becomes again a regista. I said last time, I'm bored now with that regista role. Stop with the regista role. Go away from it. We are playing with the regista role since the Conte era. After the initial games until Napoli, where we transformed in that 3-5-2, from that moment on, we always played with a regista. Pirlo first, and nobody will replace Pirlo. Pjanic, Locatelli. In the meanwhile, we had sometimes Bentancur that was playing there. We had a few players that tried that position without big success, because after Piero, it's tough. Huh? It's really tough. Jorginho. Look, Thomas is saying the pros. He's not allergic to the ball, so he loves the ball. Contra, we change our style of play to play him, but he has no sub. But you can play with a Fagioli, potentially, because there are some rumors that are saying that he's doing quite well in that more defensive role in the midfield, in the middle. During that season, he trained a lot in that position. So it could be that Fagioli can become one of his potential sub. But for me, it's basta with the regista role. Go towards two-man midfield. Two-man midfield, or if you want to, three-man midfield, but a more offensive, more a trequartista. I would prefer a 4-3-3 or a 4-3-2-1 with a player that is more quality technique, but more in the three-quart, more than in the three-quart, but in our side, building with a regista. You know what Jorginho is not the fastest player. And that's why I'm always hesitant about the Jorginho. Then I would not say no, honestly, because we need some leadership, we need some experience, we need a player that can kiss the ball, that can have that can increase that accuracy, that can be around young players, because don't forget, we will have still a lot of young players that need some experience, and being next to a player that won the Euro, that played at Arsenal, played at Chelsea, played at Napoli, he already knows Giuntoli really well. Well, you're still speaking about a player that you respect. You respect Jorginho. Look, again, it's not my favorite player, but I respect. There is only respect for what he did and what he is and who he is. So undubious quality. But, and then that he's 32, it's not really my problem. If I'm not wrong, he's born in December. So it takes a while before he becomes 33. So it's 32. Then it depends how long you give a contract to Jorginho. Is it a 2-year? Is it a 3-year contract? Is it a 2+1? Is it a 4-year, which would be no? I don't know about salary. I don't know, but that's a big question, Jim. What salary does he has? But the Jorginho is a valid option that I really there are talks. But again, that info until now, from what I hear, from what I checked, the Jorginho is more someone that we can consider a valid option. But the last word would be decided with the coach, because he's so essential in a way of playing. And if the new coach, let's say it's Allegri. Allegri would tell you tomorrow, Jorginho, where do I sign? Where do I sign? Immediately. Allegri. Thiago Motta, I don't know. Conte would say maybe yes. Probably yes. He knows him from Chelsea. He played then together with Jorginho? No? Not together. He played. Jorginho was in his team, no? Or not yet. I don't remember that well. Or maybe in Italy. I don't remember. Were they together at a certain moment? Sasha is saying everyone speaking of penalties as if we will ever get any. That's a really beautiful take, Sasha. But that penalty was horrendous. The penalties were horrendous, but you can't qualify the career of Jorginho with the penalties. Stefano Castelli. We already spoke about Greenwood. Keane will leave. With Sarri. Okay. With Sarri. Apparently, he has agreed terms. Yeah, but I know you repeat. But apparently, that's what I'm telling you. Huh? From what I know, there were some talks. Yes, it's a real opportunity, but it's not a done deal yet. Because I think that the coach will have to be also important in it, in a yes or no. Then that's what, from what I know, that's the Jorginho case. Then we don't know. Again, if you tell me we go with Jorginho, I will understand it. But it's not the first name that I would have. It's not the name that I would celebrate the most with today. Then there are a lot of players that I didn't want at Juve, and then they did really well. There were a lot of players that I wanted, and they never came, or they never did well. Then some players I wanted, they arrived, and they didn't do well neither. But yeah, that's about the Jorginho. They were together. You see? So he knows him already, Conte. Even I don't believe that Conte will join Juve. No. I think that especially if Jorginho comes for free, it is for a simple reason, to keep budget for other midfielders. Because I tell you, I don't know how much did I say? I said 2 midfielders. If Rabiot leaves, at least 3 new midfielders. 3 new faces in the midfield. At least 3 if Rabiot leaves, which I think at the end he will do. I don't know where, but I think so. Beppe, is there any chance we can get Colpani? I think there is a possibility. Why? Because there were some talks from Giuntoli together with Galliani, sporting director of Monza. And what were the talks there? About the goalkeeper, Di Gregorio. That is the goalkeeper that made the most saves in Serie A this season. I always told you that I really like the goalkeeper. I would not be surprised if Colpani would be a name that was there in the discussion as well. Could be that it's only for Colpani and that they make people think it's for Di Gregorio. But from what I know, it's really Di Gregorio. For what reason? Because Perin wants to go and play. He really wants to play. This season has been difficult for a lot of us. Also for Perin, that played only Coppa Italia in 2 games in Serie A. That's it. When Szczesny broke his nose, even then, Szczesny recuperated immediately for the game. So, no. But yeah, it is. But it's again not the player that I would love to build a team from. No. And at the end, I don't think he will come, Antonio. Yeah, but Manchester United are chasing everyone. Huh? And it's not the first time that they are on Rabiot. It could be that he goes now. But it would be strange. Huh? Honestly, it would be strange for a player that always said that playing Champions League is a big priority for him. He made a big sacrifice now. Not playing it. But on the other side, when will Manchester United be sure to participate every single year to Champions League? Because that's the big question. I don't know if it's a good choice. For a player that makes from Champions League publicly so much and giving it so much importance, I don't know. I don't know if it's a good choice from him then. I don't know. But according to me, is there something else that I missed? Thank you, Juve, that became a new member of the channel. You were already a member. Apparently, I saw that you had a problem with your account of YouTube. You needed to recreate one. So thank you for joining again. Really appreciate it, my friend. Really, thank you. Juve. Thank you, Juve. Other questions. Give me questions. Shoot me questions. Wait, I will. Cuadrado, we spoke. Jorginho, we spoke. Allegri umbrella man, yes. Greenwood, we spoke. Ter Stegen, that was a disaster. We touched on it. Mamma mia, if you didn't watch Ter Stegen, go in our Telegram group because I posted the picture. The video was a disaster. Modric, I tell you, and then I read other questions of you. Modric, I tell you, it can be. It can be. Probably for 1 year. Boksic, ex-Juve player, he spoke with Giuntoli and he said, "Oh, Giuntoli, I recommend you Modric." Not that Giuntoli needed Boksic to tell him that Modric was a good player. Now, Kroos will stay with Real Madrid, he even extended. No, it's not about believe, not believe. The reality is that Boksic, he went to him, to Giuntoli, said, "I recommend you to go for him because there are high chances that he will not stay at Real Madrid 1 more year." Look, for Modric, it would be incredible coming to Juventus. He has always had fantastic words for Juve, for the legends that played at Juventus. Fantastic player that could come and be available to participate in every single competition, included the Club World Cup, a competition that he never played because it never happened. If he doesn't find a club that is playing that competition, it's over. He will never play it again. Never. Where can he go? Atletico Madrid? Because it's Atletico Madrid and not Barcelona that will participate. Forget about it. Modric will not go to Atletico Madrid. What other clubs are participating in England? City will not go to City. And the other team is Chelsea. Do you see Modric at Chelsea with all the players that they already have? Where else he can go? To Inter? Don't know. Could be. Can he go to Bayern Munich? Can he go to Dortmund? I don't see Modric at Dortmund. Like I see in the chat, who said it? Someone said Balkans. John. Balkans have a soft spot for Serie A. It's totally correct. Okay, I believe in it. If he wants to play that competition, Juventus is a serious candidate for 1 year. Now, he's 38. He will become 39 in September. It's old. We are not speaking about, when Piero came, he was 31, I believe. People were saying he was finished. He was old. Here we have a player that is really, 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 really old. Now we're speaking about a real old player. Having a player like Modric, I would say yes, guys. For free. Modric, 1 year. Not playing every game, because you have a Fagioli that is there. You alternate, but you have that experience that is showing the behavior in training session, being around that aura of Modric. You have interest from the world. What is Modric doing? I would love to. And I don't believe it can become a Di Maria, because I know a lot of people will tell me, Beppe, but Di Maria 1 year contract. Look, now Di Maria was focusing, unfortunately, too much. Luckily for him, he won the World Cup, but he was focusing on the World Cup in a season that didn't go as expected, in a really tough season. The point deduction, no management anymore, disaster of a season. Things started wrong after that Sassuolo game where he scored immediately the first goal of the season. Started wrong with a slight injury, and then it went downhill, unfortunately. With one peak, when he came back from that enthusiasm of World Cup 1, he had like that month or two of fantastic high-level Di Maria. Tripleta of assists, tripleta of goals that were just fantastic. But I don't believe the requests of Modric will be as high. If he comes a 1 year at Juve, if he really wants to, then he can go to Saudi Arabia or to MLS. If he really wants, if his focus would be money. But I believe that a player like Modric, Helicopter is saying, I would take Modric with one leg. We don't even need a second leg. I agree with the Helicopter. I don't believe that it's a player that would come for the money. I believe it's just for that Serie A attraction of Balkans that really love it, for participating to all the competitions. Again, a Champions League where he can have a central role also. I believe it could be a good one. You wanna do a poll? We can do a poll, huh? Because okay, Modric 1 year, Jorginho 3 years. These are the options, huh? These are the options. Antonio says Modric doesn't play a regista. I know. I said I don't want a regista, but you can vote now. I'm from Croatia, and I tell you, he will stay at Real 100% and retire there. That can also be a possibility, yeah? Even if I don't know. The age is blocking me, and then you have to vote no. Imagine the progress of Fagioli with Modric. Amco is for Jorginho. I see the chat is divided. Mamma mia, attenzione. Inter has been able to pull the last 2-3 seasons winning trophies with old signings to give that maturity and experience. It's true. It's true. Even if we are speaking about Jorginho, you could say, because now for kids, when you are 32, you are old. You are really, really old. But here we're speaking about the 38 that will become 39 in December. So it's a big difference. While you're voting and expressing your feelings, I tell you that we finally have our 8 millions plus 2 of bonus. I don't know what the bonus are linked with, but probably we go towards the 10 and a percentage on the future resale of Coni de Winter that from today becomes a Genoa player. Why? Because Genoa won today 3-0, I believe, against Cagliari. And that means that they are safe. They avoid the relegation. They are there. And that means also that now they are obliged, because Coni de Winter played the amount of games, they saved themselves. So from now on, it's activated and Juventus will cash in. So today was actually a really beautiful day, because we didn't play and we won 8+2. That's really beautiful. I like that. I like these kind of news. Stefano, he will not come for 1 year. That pay attention to that one. That's not a player that comes for 1 year. And no, because he has 1 year of contract with United. So no. If you go for Greenwood, you give him a contract of 3 years. Also, he's not a youngster, but unfortunately you miss. Look, that's the thing. Fagioli started at Juve at 22 in first team. He started much younger. He was already not young, but unfortunately that process didn't go fast enough. He went to Cremonese. Then he came, he did his first season, and then you have a season that you were missing. So you are 24. And in age, you have that maturity, but if you're looking at real presence, appearances in Serie A, not yet that much. Not yet that much. At 24. At the moment, 62% of the people that are going towards Modric 1 year. Modric 1 year, 61%, with people that are going for Jorginho 3 years. What were the other questions that we didn't? Dani Ceballos on loan for next year, and what do you think? No. Me saying I take one because I'm not convinced about the other one. We said before, see the progress of Sule with Di Maria. I no longer believe in older players helping younger ones till I see it happening again. Oh, Thomas, did you see the progress of Sule this year with Frosinone? So actually, okay, Juventus is not benefiting from it, but Sule progressed a lot. No? I believe that year of Di Maria was also beneficial for Sule. Look at what he's doing. By the way, yesterday, I watched a guy. Guys, I never heard about. I will try to find him again. Guys, I went to a game in Belgium, first division. They are fighting relegation. When I support a team, it's not going that well. Matthias Segovia. Guys, this guy here. I watched this guy live yesterday. Never saw him. Never saw him. He played at a certain moment in a 4-2-3-1 when he entered in second half. He played on the right side, a bit a la position a la Soule, a la Dybala in a 4-2-3-1. He's small, small, skinny, but guys, he was gifted. You can't even imagine. You can't, guys, dribbles, the control, his left foot, a bit with the hair and so on. I was thinking about a vintage young Dybala and a Matthias Soule. That's what I was watching yesterday with my eye, that I was never expecting in a game of a relegation battle of a Belgian first division. I saw him there. I said, guys, what is happening? The ball came in the air, bam, control with the left, dribble, cutting inside, giving some, a bit of dynamism, aggressivity. Really, really, really good. Huh? Remember the name. I don't know if he will do something because he's 21 already. He's Paraguayan. He's from ownership of Botafogo in Brazil. Has been loaned out to Belgium, to Molenbeek, RWDM. Guys, I don't know if he will become something because he's really skinny and small. Huh? He's 165, so it's 65 is short. It's short in football. Didn't play a lot this season, but you have that. And then yesterday I informed myself a bit with some, these kinds of hipsters of football. They know everything. You give them a random name that you even believe it doesn't exist in the world of football. They can give you the entire career like this. They know. And yesterday I spoke with some people. I said, guys, did you ever heard about this guy and so on? They said, yeah, we were following him in Botafogo and so on. Hopefully he can do well in his career because he has potential. He has really potential. He's playing with Paraguay under 20 as well. Good player. It's time. So pay attention to that guy one day. Write the name Matthias Segovia. And then you will tell me one day he can play. Look, it's a Soule Dybala-esque, if you want to. But that's not at the moment today. It's not level of Juve. Then I don't know why I said I need to check why he had such an absence. No, he's never injured. So I don't know what's the problem, why he's not playing, because yesterday I was amazed. Junior Mas, fast and very technique. Yay! Incredible. No, I don't think it will come to you. But now you're saying me, Beppe, please become our next scout. I don't think that I have the qualities to become a scout. For what reason? Because if my eye went for a 21 years old guy that is already known in the hipster world of scouts, they already know everything. They were following him at Botafogo already. They said, you are not wrong, Beppe. You spotted talent, but for a reason or other, he didn't broke through, but he's already 21. If I just spot him today, I believe that the people are going for the transfer markets and so on. The real scouts, they already know him since probably 5 years. So I'm 5 years too late. Here, Pafundis 166, same height. It's true. Beppe, different question. Every time I'm in the car, I'm thinking, I miss Beppe podcast. Is there a reason you aren't doing one? For two reasons, and maybe you can help me, Alessio. The first one, in the beginning, was because we don't have yet 10,000 people that are watching the videos. And I prefer to unite instead to divide. That was my first initial thing. My first initial thing. Prefer to unite instead of, because then if you divide, you will have 100 people that will listen to the podcast, and you lose these 100 people. They will not make you a difference on podcast, and you will have less on YouTube because you will not watch twice. One. The second is because I know that I received that question a lot of time. I checked one time and I have absolutely no idea how to set it up. So if you know how to set up a podcast, we can do. But if I do a podcast, I don't know if I will. Maybe I can, but then I would love to find a partner where I have like a weekly special, not just exporting and uploading. Could be that we export, but I would love a partner for a special thing. But I don't know. Tell me, Alessio, if you know how to set up, then maybe we can do a call. You can help me going through, and we do that. Because I want then to put it on Spotify, on Apple. Who would say yes for a podcast? By the way, we missed 2 votes before the decisive answer of Modric, Jorginho. 2 votes. Then we have 100, and then we can be sure about your decision. Aldo is saying we can do a podcast. No, the question was not who wants to do it with me. The question was, do you want a podcast? Okay, we have the vote. 63% they have voted for Modric to Juve 1 year instead of 3 years of Jorginho. No, I don't know if I would do all Serie A. Because indeed you have already IFTV. Because you have a lot of calcio podcast. Like IFTV, but with smart people instead. No, I love the guys of our IFTV, and they're successful. And look at what they're doing, guys. Oh, you can like, you can dislike, you can say that they don't show enough Juventinità, whatever you want to. But IFTV, you can only have respect for what these two. They were yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago. They were in Cesena, celebrating the win of the 3rd division. No, you seriously, chapeau. Chapeau for what they did. Really, seriously, and what they are doing. And you know that I don't drive that much the car anymore since since I'm jobless. But when I go to the car and I need to do things, it's always one of my first podcasts that I'm listening to for Serie A. It's true they have sometimes strange takes, but I love Antonio, dynamism, and real Milan fan that is speaking nonsense, but it's entertaining. It's really entertaining. Then they have bad takes as well, and you're obliged today to go with, because every time they go with Allegri ruined Juve, Allegri is ruining Chiesa, which makes me angry when I see the titles. Then you're listening to 1 hour 30 podcast and they have like 3 minutes about that topic. The rest is all except of that one. I'm not even sure if they are speaking about ruining Chiesa or so on. But they do it to attract people, and then people, they talk, like Gazzetta is using the strategy. You speak about Juve, you speak bad about Juve, you will have an Juventini and anti-Juventini that will watch. It's working, It's working. It's working. So I don't agree with that take because I know, I know personally Marco. I don't agree with that at all, at all, at all. First of all, because I don't even think I don't. That's what I think. Yeah, that Marco needs all that money in the world. First of all, then he started with nothing, and he started not with a Juve channel as I did. He started with IFTV for his love for Serie A. It's another culture. It's USA. In USA, you have more Serie A attachment than a club attachment. That is, according to me, totally wrong. Because if you represent Serie A, you should know that one of the basic fundamentals, principle of Serie A is that you hate each other's team. Otherwise, you don't love calcio. That's a bit the contradictory that I always joke with Marco about when we speak in private. It's strange. It's contradictory. You can't love calcio and represent calcio if you love all the team. It's impossible. It's impossible, according to me, because that means that you love calcio and not a club. But Serie A is what it is. But he started from nothing in the garage, like Steve Jobs. Look what he did. You can only respect that. You can only respect that. According to me, it's only how many of you guys succeeded in making a dream come true? I'm trying since 4 years. Marco is working on it since much longer. Has more talent than me, has more opportunities than me. Of course, he's in USA. It's a bit more easier than me in the middle of nowhere in Belgium. But I have not even 30,000 yet. It's a reality. I start with football. It's hard. It's tough. Look at the qualities of video that I put on football. I believe it's quality, really, seriously. Not a lot of people that are able to watch all the leagues. You go there, you have 15-minute video, you have all the information that you needed. And done with images, editing, everything done myself. And you have 200 views. 200 views for how much? 3 hours 50 without taking into consideration the watching games and so on, because I watch the games as well. It's long, So immense respect for that. Then I have a total different way of living Juventus, personally. I have a total different feeling. But, you also have to divide what is work, what is being professional, and what is being a fan. What I think. Then, look, I know personally Marco, and I didn't speak. I saw the hate online, and usually I defend on that one. I didn't defend publicly. I didn't give my take on it. He's a really good guy. He's a really good person. That's something. Then you can say, is he enough Juventino? Is he showing enough Juventinità? That's something that we can speak about. But not, it's a really fantastic person. A super fantastic person. Okay, next topic. Thank you, Enrico. As you do on your channel. Here, Italian, grande. Thank you for 9 months, my friend. Congratulations, Giuseppe. 17 years together with your soulmate. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And today we received a really beautiful news as well. So I can't share yet, but if it happens, then I tell you. No, she's not pregnant, if people are asking. Imagine, my son will be 16 next month, starting again all over. Mamma mia, what a disaster. What a disaster. No. So Jorginho is a good player, but he's not a priority for me. What do you think about Berardi? You know what I'm thinking about Berardi. You know what I'm thinking about Berardi. But you gave me a beautiful assist. Huh? Thank you for 9 months, Italian. You gave me a beautiful assist because there are two players in that category. Berardi and Samardzic. Two players that are playing in teams that are risking relegation. Sassuolo even more than Udinese, but two teams that can risk relegations. Paul, basta, mamma mia. Paul Patterson. I don't know, who are you? Where are you from? Why are you angry? Why are you writing in capitals? Why so much passion? Why? What is happening? Paul, what is happening? Are you angry? Paul, calma. I will help you. If you want to know about Greenwood, you press pause, you scroll back, and I believe towards the 20th minute, we speak about Paul Greenwood. No, Paul Greenwood, about Jack, about what's the name of this guy? Mason Greenwood. Go back and watch it. Now, I will give you a rest so that you can count down a bit and go back. Okay? Buonanotte, Paul. No, he was a bit. No. He was informed. So what? Two players that are playing in teams that could possibly even leave for free. I don't want Berardi. Basta. No, Berardi has never been a go, and now even more. Basta. No. Go away. Too late for Berardi. Let's pass. Then you have Samardzic. That is a player that, unfortunately, if we are honest now, he didn't do the jump. Samardzic didn't do the jump this season. I was expecting much more. And a lot of teams, they retracted a bit. They gave up a bit on Samardzic. Juventus is still on the situation. They are always watching. They are always there. Can be an additional midfielder for Juve, but it's not in the top priority list. He lost a lot this year. Really a lot. I believe that even his biggest fan, Softic, don't speak that much anymore about Samardzic. Lost a bit. This year he lost a bit. Maybe it's because of the situation. Udinese, first coach, where he had problems with second coach. Let's see what he will do the last 4 games with Cannavaro. Good player. Qualities, it's impossible that qualities arrive and then they leave, like once you. But sometimes you need to do that step up. And this is something that I noticed a lot with a lot of Serbian players that I love. I have an affection for Serbian players. I always support a bit Serbia when they are playing in a European tournament or World Cup. But a lot of time, not always, it's not a generality. A lot of time, you see it. I don't know why, because I don't know the culture that much, but you can recognize it when they need to do in football. That step up, you miss them. It happened to Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Now, Samardzic is young. Well, look at Vlahovic. In the moment of heat, and you miss him. Happened to a lot of Serbian players. So, why is it? I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong, Yeah, for free is a must, yeah. But even if he doesn't go away for free, it will not cost a lot. Yeah, Mitra, you have a lot of these players. From the moment they need up, they disappear. It's crazy, No, Aldo, no, the control is fantastic. Samardzic, but nobody is denying the quality, But even Vucinic was not from Serbia; it's from Montenegro. But even Vucinic, you know how we called Vucinic? We described him in Italy as gioca in pantofole. he was playing with the slippers. What is the pantofola in English? In pantoufle. Wait, I will tell you the right word. Very slipper that you put at home. You know the no, not flip flop. The slippers at home, you know, cozy. When you take your dirty shoes out when you're entering at home and you put them on. You want to see something, but don't tell. I will show you something. It's really a joy. It's fantastic. Wait. I will show you something. But guys, prepare yourself because I'm sure you will. But be kind. Be kind with what I will show you. You have to promise me that you are kind. Okay? You can laugh if you want to, but you need to be kind. Why? Because my mother now she's going partially, you know, with my father, with my parents. They are going to Sicily, and they stay there 3 months, 4 months. And then they come back. After 3-4 months, and they stay here again 6 months, and then they go back again. No, it's not Inter slippers. No, are you crazy? It's not Inter slippers. And then they buy some little gifts. I always told you I'm not from a rich family, guys. I'm quite poor, modest family, so. We are okay. And when she comes, she can't pay because we are a lot. We are already 4 kids. And then we have children. You know, my sister has children. My brother has children. So we are a lot. And spending for everyone is impossible. Last time she brought me slippers. She was super happy. Look. They're super comfortable. Here, it's a bit... I need to cut that. She brought me these kind of slippers. It's really like... a grandpa. But you know what's the funny thing? It's here. Because she was happy because she brought me with a football. You know, with a football. She said, "Hey, my son, he loves football. I will buy him the football." But it's really strange because it's written Spuer instead of super. What does that mean? It's fake. She bought it, I don't know where. Spuer. I saw that when I opened it, I saw Spuer, I said, you know, and then I said nothing. I said, thank you. Spuer instead of super. With the football, it's kind, you know, what can you say? And you Spuer. It's written Spuer. What does that mean, Spuer? I tried to check. It's actually fake. You know, it's like a bit like, I don't know, Apitas, or instead of Adidas you put Apitas or whatever, you know, the Spuer League, you know. Spuer is fantastic, but I tell you the truth, super comfortable. First I said, you know, I will take them, then I will make them disappear somewhere magically in my Adibas. I will make them disappear somewhere in my house, and I will never. Then I put them on. The last time I put them on, I said, "Well, I will try. You never know. Who cares, you know?" I put them on. I have a comfort on that slipper that is just high level of comfort. Super happy. They are beautiful, Pepe. They are Chinese translated. Maybe I don't know what it. Maybe it's an insult in a special language. Maybe it's an insult. I don't know. Spuer. You see, Anthony is explaining also the roots of the father. Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's a Spuer quality. Grande la mamma di Beppe. So she knew that I would have super comfort. At least I have comfort. are not really beautiful. And then when I saw Spur instead of Super, I didn't say anything, you know. You just you say nothing. What can you say? But it's that in these cases we are always saying it's the gesture that counts. The Spur Coppa. Let's hope we can win the Spur Coppa next January in Saudi Arabia. Fantastic. Did we speak about? We spoke about Modric. We spoke about the winter. Samarsic. We spoke. I have a last one. I believe it's Calafiori. Guys, Calafiori, fantastic player. But today I discovered something I didn't know. It's always important to go and watch these kind of things when you think it starts to be close. Oh, the guy is 21. He has already an injury report that looks like he's really wearing Spur slippers. That is like me, 42. Look at that. What does that mean? When he was at Roma, 67 games missed. That 219 is an entire year. Ligament injury. Comes back, inner ligament injury, 5 games, even coronavirus, hamstring muscle, hamstring injury, hamstring muscle, muscular problem, unknown, what does that mean, unknown injury, 3 times, torn muscle fiber, muscular problems, unknown injury, yeah, this isn't only a knock, that's a bit scary, huh? Indeed, calf injury. That's a bit scary, huh? I also wanted him, but I'm really scared. Thank you, James. No, she doesn't speak English. No. Now it's the new word, Spur smart. Calafiori. No, that's even better. Calafiori instead of Calafiori. It's better Calafiori than calf injury. Yeah, but calf injury. Look at the word, please. I like that. Instead of calf injury, you have calf injury, and then you have Calafiori. Calafiori is a cala out. I like. That's for me. I vote for the one of Thomas. No, but that stressed me a bit. Huh? I didn't know about that until today. So I was like, okay. But no, because we are known. Huh? You come at Juve, if you are the most healthy person on earth, you come at Juve, you will be injured. Do you remember Alcaraz? Never. We checked. Alcaraz never injured. The guy didn't even know. I tell you, the guy, when Alcaraz was a kid there in Argentina, when he never experienced falling on the ground. Even when Alcaraz was a baby and he was learning how to walk, he never fell on the ground. Alcaraz never hurt himself. He already knew that you don't go into the kitchen putting your hand in the fire because it's not okay. He knew already. He didn't need to test. Never fell on the ground. He arrives at the guy was immaculate. He arrived at Juve injured. It's a disaster. It's really a disaster. Really disaster. Huijsen to Dortmund. Yeah, we spoke about it, but I told you Dortmund, they have a big joker. What is the joker of Dortmund? They come to you and they tell you, they come to Juve. They come to Dortmund and you play. And we see that you play. Paul, basta. Now I will ban you, huh? Why are you insulting people here in the chat? It's the first time that you subscribe. You subscribed 25 minutes ago and you have the record. We never do that. Paul Patterson, he has the record. Mamma mia, you are faster as Greenwood. You are faster as Usain Bolt. Mamma mia. In 25 minutes, you were able to being suspended for 10 minutes, and now you're about to be banned from the channel. Juve fans in this chat would much rather have Kostic or Berardi over Greenwood. Who on earth told you that? Who said that? Paul. Calma. Calma, Paul. You think it's a burner account? Could be. Could be. One that we maybe already banned. Could be, yeah. Who is insulting? But if you come in a chat, in 25 minutes, you were already, because you are spamming, you're already muted. Then you come back and you say, the Juve fans in this chat. But who? Who? Juve fans in this chat. Who are you talking about, Paul? Who are you talking? Why? Paul, calma, calma. Calma. Calma, Paul. So now you will be calm, otherwise you will be out. Dai, basta. Lil G, 8 months. Thank you, my friend. Lil G. Ciao, Beppe. Did you already make the prediction for UCL? No, not yet. I will tell you tomorrow on the football channel. So if you want to know my prediction, go on the football channel tomorrow. I will start with that one. Probably tomorrow we do on the football channel we'll do watch along. Could be Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. What's happening to Kostic? Totally forgot about him. How can you forget about him? He played last game. Kostic will leave. Kostic will leave. Kostic will leave. We spoke only about Mercato today. It's only about we spoke only about Mercato. We didn't speak about how many points we need. You want to see the crazy things I do in the meanwhile? Look, I show you. I show you what I start my morning with, and you will laugh. Huh? I will show you. Wait. Look, this is what I start my my morning with. Here, I make virtual rankings, like what we have today. The ranking of Serie A went to top 10, and what is the maximum points that they can reach with Excel formulas, and so everything is automated. Then full points, but Juve has 0. And then you see that if Juventus from now on they make 0 points, we end 8, because we can be overtaken by Fiorentina, by Lazio, by Roma, by everyone. So if Juventus 0 points, disaster. Then I made the important ones, the realistic ones. These 3 are if we lose against Roma, and then what needs to happen for us to qualify to Champions League. 5 points if Roma wins against Atalanta, because then we finish here. 5 points if they draw, because we finish here, but over Roma, it's actually Atalanta that becomes first and 6th Roma, while in the other case it was the opposite. If Atalanta wins, they go here, and we need 4 points. So actually we need to support next week. We should need to support Atalanta. If we win against Roma, we can lose all the games. Roma, they can only catch up at 68, but that's it. And because we would have won twice against them, we go through. So, first of all, we need to hope that we win, because if we win on Sunday, then we should support for Roma against Atalanta. That would be ideal, so that Atalanta goes even lower in the possible points that they can reach. That would be great, because then they go at 69, which means that if they fail one more time, we go over them and we are fourth. But that's the scenario. That's what I did. That's what I do every morning. After the games in Serie A, I check what is the new scenario. Hopefully I can stop with it next Sunday if we win. Ciao Robin. I may never have paid attention, but was Greenwood found guilty? I already spoke about it. Greenwood has never found guilty or never said innocent. For what reason? Because he found an agreement with his girlfriend that then became wife and mother of his child, so they found a private agreement. And they how do you say? The case was suspended at the end. That's all. When they win all their games, then recalculate if they do a draw. Yeah. How would you prefer for Roma? What game plan would you go with? What starting lineup? It's our Champions League semi-final. The lineup I would go for against Roma. Well, we can do that and then we can close. I think it's a good one. Where's tactical pad? Okay, we can do the lineup and then we can close. And we are already here 2 hours again. I can never keep my promise. Okay, landscape. Here we go. Against Roma. Do we have Roma here? No, we don't have Roma. Bah. It's okay. Szczesny into the goal. Let me first go with certainties. Go like that. Go like that. You go like that, you surprise everyone. Ciao a tutti. Buonasera. Buonasera, signorina. What do you think about that? I like that one. What do you think about that lineup? Spoor. It's spoor. It's a spoor again. Okay? It will not happen. No, of course it will not happen. Of course it will not happen. But guys, you go like that, you surprise Darossi. He has no idea what is happening. He has absolutely no idea what is happening. He was asking himself, what is happening here? Why are they playing like that today? What are they doing? No, I think it could be I think it could be good. No, I like it. No, because why? Because they surprised me a lot. They surprised me a lot. Where on that left side. We know that they play a 4-3-3. They play a 4-3-3. We know about that. So if they play a 4-3-3 with Lukaku, I don't know if he will be back or not. Tammy Abraham can start now because he's there. He scored a goal. Tammy Abraham will be here. I have the team of Lazio that will confuse a lot of people here. But let's say like that. Dybala. Here. Up. And then they have that's how they play, with a 4-3-3 as well. If we do a mirroring of 4-3-3, a Spinazzola that can go up. With Chiesa, you oblige him to stay lower. Cambiaso is giving support for Pellegrini here. And El Shaarawy, probably. El Shaarawy can be fast, but when we saw the performance of Weah against Leao, would not be bad, huh? You have a Tammy Abraham that will fight against Bremer, with Gatti that can a bit be more free. The experience of Danilo on Dybala, with a Rabiot can give a double block on Paulo Dybala to limit him. And then it's a one-on-one. Locatelli, Cristante, they know each other really well, especially from youth academy. And then you have the same here with the right winger that needs to pay attention to Yildiz. It will be a tough game then for Vlahovic, because he will need to fight against Dika, Mancini, with two players that will take care of him. That's a tough one, huh? Because we know that especially a player like Mancini will go on Vlahovic, and Vlahovic they will try to get him out of his game. But that can be, we will never do it, but I would prefer to start, honestly, I would prefer to start like that, and then the one that is not performing between, you know what, I would do like that. I know that you will insult me now, huh? I perfectly know that you will insult me now, and probably I will deserve insults. I would start like that. And you will be correct, and you will insult me, huh? Yeah, because Milik is able to track back, to give some support, to fight with the ball. Opening spaces for Yildiz, for Chiesa. And then Dusan Vlahovic enters second half. And then, look, I would do like this. Seriously. And then Vlahovic enters in the second half. It will be surprised. To keep him, and then you put Dusan when Mancini and so on is tired, you put you put Vlahovic in. Not something against Vlahovic, just like strategically. Yeah, indeed, I agree with Meme that he's saying, I will not insult you, Bebe, because if Vlahovic is out of the game, we lose our chances. Yeah, that's the thing. Milik entered extremely well. He can really work. Milik physically is there. He doesn't care. Milik, if he doesn't score, he doesn't care. He really doesn't care. Of course, he loves to score, but it's not vital, crucial. He likes to work. I would do like that. I would try like that. What is the benefit of that one? The benefit of this one is you play that 4-3-3. Weah was, guys, I'm not the biggest fan of the season of Weah. I think I was not expecting a lot, but it was even more disappointing than what I thought. But anyway, the last game, and I try to be objective, it was fantastic. Because he was able to do both up and down, and on top of that, defending a lot of time on Leao, didn't give him space. No, he was good. It was really good, Weah. So you give confidence here. Of course, that lineup is a moving lineup. Huh? You go immediately here when you have ball possession. Gatti, instead of going high, stays there, up, and you have another one. Huh? You have another lineup. You can even put Yildiz to go up. And look at what you are forming here. It's just a matter of the same men, how you are moving them. Look, then Chiesa goes up wide, Milik goes to the first post, and Yildiz goes here. Bam. Locatelli is playing double pivot. Did you notice one thing? Because I know that people now, it's a trend to hate Locatelli for whatever they hate. They just hate. But did you see that Locatelli in that game against Milan played much higher than usual? Why? Because we were playing with 4 in the back. Because I was doing a left back. Because Danilo was going wide. Because we were playing with 2 midfielders. Ciao, Matthew. Of course, I'm calmer than Saturday. That's the nice thing with random night lives. And Milik, he works. He makes the other players tired. And then at the 60th minute, if we see that we win, we can take Yildiz or Chiesa out. If we see that we need a bit more, you can put Milik out, you can put Vlahovic in. Look, AJ, I am about to close, but unfortunately, but that's the lineup, not that Allegri will put, of course, but the lineup that I would put on Sunday against Roma at the moment, as we speak. We did a great game against Leao, and I'm sure he can do the same against El Shaarawy. Defending, protecting, formation that can go to either 4-3-2-1 immediately. Milik instead of Vlahovic to start the game with. You play with that, you surprise Roma. They will never expect that. And you need to win. You score 2 goals in first half. Bam, bam. It's not over because Roma, they never give up. But voila. That's what I think. No, that's what I think. That's what I would do. 1:15. Quarter to 1. Quarter past 1. Now we need to go to sleep. It's time to go to sleep. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Tuesday. What do we do tomorrow? Champions League. Tomorrow we start with football. Then we do GJustjuve. And then we do again football, a watch along. Buonanotte, Alessio. Tell me if you know how to set up a podcast, let me know. Good night, Alessio, LJJ, Helicopter, Beppe. You asked how many points Juve will get by the end of the season. We never knew your opinion. I will tell you something unpopular. Okay, are you ready for the late ones that are here? I will give you 2 alternatives. You will be shocked by what I will say. You will be shocked. Are you ready? If we win against Roma, we lose the 3 other games. I tell you. If we win against Roma, we lose the 3 other games. Because we would already be qualified. Ciao. If we don't win against Roma, I think that we will do the 5 points. The 5 points. Somewhere we will do them. Probably 6. Okay. So, win versus Roma, it's 3 points on 12. Because we lose the 3 other ones. We don't care anymore. We'll focus on Coppa Italia and we'll probably even win the Coppa Italia. If we lose against Roma, we will do 6 points on 12. So in that 6 points on 9 remaining then, because then we'll probably find a way to do it in a way. That's what I tell you. Yeah, it could be Thomas. Could be. Probably Thomas is more correct than me. We if we beat Roma, we do 1 point somewhere. Probably it's more correct. 1 point between Salernitana, Monza, or Bologna. Yeah, yeah. But I think, knowing me, if we win, if we qualify mathematically against Roma. Oh, but no, seriously, we need to qualify. You know why? I thought about something important. Then people will tell you, yeah, look, listen what I'm telling you. We play Roma and then Salernitana, right? And then Atalanta. We have no player. Concretely, we have no player to replace Locatelli, right? At the moment, at today. Because Locatelli always plays. You can't put Nicolussi in a final against Atalanta. Not that I love Nicolussi, but that's a big risk. He's not playing since really long. Yeah, I know Hans Nicolussi, but Hans Nicolussi, the last time he played was a few minutes there in February, I believe, or so. A final against Atalanta, you know how Atalanta is. Aggressive, bah. If you win against Roma, you can start testing against Salernitana. Maybe not revealing everything, but some players that needs a bit of minutes or certainties, you can play them. Because at the moment, I don't know. I don't believe if we have not the opportunity to at least test against Salernitana, I don't believe that Nicolussi will start. No, not even Miretti. I believe that in Coppa Italia you play with Cambiaso. Cambiaso, Rabiot, McKennie. With no, you will see it will be Rabiot that will be there in a regista role, with Cambiaso on the left and McKennie on the right. Believe me. After the qualification, if we win against Roma, I would play with the lineup that would be after we win. Guys, if we win, I would play with Perin in the goal. If we qualify, I would play with Rugani. Wait, take me these players away. Giallo. Probably like this. But I don't know. I don't know. I would play like these two here. I would play with. I speak about the two last games of the season. Fagioli, Alcaraz. But let's play De Sciglio. Why not De Sciglio here? De Sciglio on the left. Wea on the right. Here. We play with Miretti. Here. Up front, you start with Ealing. Ah. What do you think? Give me a rating about this lineup. A beautiful lineup, no? I love this lineup. I never said that we will see that lineup. I would play that lineup. But probably I would even ask Haza, Comenencia, Nonje to play. But they need to focus on, of course, they need to focus on playoffs. And then, of course, the last game, you have another player that needs to play, yeah? Then you have Nonje, Pinsoglio, Alexandro for the farewell, guys. For the farewell at home. I like that lineup. Why are people not liking it? Guys, we have a young lineup. We finally see Alcaraz. We see Nicolussi. We see Wea. We play with 4 in the back. We finally discover who is Jalot. Perini is playing. Maybe he stays then next year. And we save 20 million on a goalkeeper. Iling Jr. will play Yildiz. And then I will tell you here, Capitano Rugani. What do you think, guys? I like that lineup. Moiskin, maybe for here. I will help you. Boom! Into the goal. You see? I like that lineup. Ealing left back and Diamond with Miretti. Ooh, look at first name, last name. Look, Ealing Jr. left back. We are right back. And then we play with, who do you say? Miretti. Where is Miretti? Yeah, we can find something like that here. Play like this. Up. Strategy. And then of course we lose we lose 11-0. And then we can go to home. What a disaster. No, but this is a beautiful lineup. Okay, guys, now I will really stop. Is next gen allowed to promote to Serie B? Yeah. They are allowed to now. Oh, guys, I saw already there are some problems because it can be postponed or whatever. But I saw already the potential journey to arrive in it's long. It's really long because we already start immediately in the first round. To win it, you need to win like 10 games, something like that. It's really, really tough to go to Serie B. But miracles can happen in football, even if I don't believe in that. But then we go in second division. The only thing that can't happen is that the two teams are playing the same division. So that if they would qualify one day, I don't know, one day to Serie A, that's impossible. Tomorrow, Naruto, tomorrow the prediction. I will tell you tomorrow in the video. The IT guy here, Johnny wants to start new arguments. Stop, basta. I said not a long one. We are here. It's in 2 hours 30. Ciao ragazzi, forza.